Hello, everybody. I'm going to teach you guys a class with some really good information. And before we actually start into getting to the nitty-gritty, I'm going to be sharing this the same way. Oh, I got to turn my volume down. Hold on. Can you do this for me? We're going to hang up a really pretty picture behind me. You got it? No, thank you. You can just scoot this back about 5 feet and then shut the door. Okay, alrighty. I'm going to share this the same way I share my videos when I'm selling jewelry, because this is a teaching moment too, because I go live on my business page when I sell. Thank you. And so I'm going to just show you guys what I do. So the first thing I do is I go live from my business page like I am right now. And then I go to my computer and I find my video on my computer. I don't know how to do this from a phone. I'm sure there's a way to do it, but if you're live on your phone, you're going to need a second device to share it properly. So let me go ahead and find my video. Hi, everybody. All right, let me mute this real quick. Any questions as we go along, hold those, because I want to be able to get through all the notes that I have. And then I'll answer questions at the end. So now that I've found my video, I am going to find the actual video and push play so it shows up on my screen. So I'm finding the video, and I'm going to push play, and click for more. Once it pops up on my screen, the URL is at the top. So at the top of your computer, it says 8. And then I'm going to paste it where I need it to go. So here's where I need it to go first. I need it to go to the event, because that's where everybody's probably looking for us. So I'm going to go. I hope this is working. I saw live video interrupted. I hope it's okay. I'm going to go to this event, and I'm going to paste the video into the information, like into the. Okay, everybody should still be here. Don't go anywhere. I have 4G, so it'll self-correct, so don't go anywhere. All right, click on the video to participate. Okay, so I'm saying click on the video to participate. I'm pasting it. And stay on. Of course, things aren't going very smooth. Okay, post. Okay, next. So I shared that to the event. Next, I am going to share it to my VIP group, my jewelry group, which I'll explain how I use all my stuff. And I'm so glad you guys are here. I really want to be able to help everybody. So here is my group. And I'm doing this now because this part doesn't matter. When you replay, you can learn how I share. So I just go to my group. I go as if I'm posting something again, and then I'm going to paste it. But you need to write words when you paste a link. Every time, it'll help your Facebook algorithm with the chance of people seeing you. So teaching something awesome. And then I'm going to post that. Then I'm going to go to text alerts, and I'm going to talk to you guys about that. My text alerts. Now, normally I just sell with my text alerts. I don't typically do text alerts for anything else. But since this is a special case and I'm teaching you guys, I'm going to send it anyway. So I go to my text alert company. There's a couple I suggest, and I'll give you that information when we get to that line. And then I'm just going to put learn how I sell on Facebook if you're interested. Okay, and then I send it. Then the last place, two more places. I'm going to go to my ManyChat. I'll talk to you about ManyChat later. It's a Facebook Messenger bot. And I'm going to hit next there and send. And then the last place, I'm going to share it to my wall. I don't share much stuff to my personal wall anymore. I don't have the need to. But I'm going to do it this time because I think it's really helpful. So let's see. Oh, I didn't share to my team yet. This is going to be everywhere. I'm sorry, but it's important. So, and I already teach all of this. If you guys watch my live videos, I teach snippets here and there, but I haven't ever like outlined the whole thing. So that's what I'm going to do today. Okay. And then my very last place is my personal wall. When I sell, I typically, by the way, I would take notes if you want to take notes. When I sell, I typically go live on my business, share to my VIP group, and then I send out alerts, text alerts, and a mini chat alert. Those are the 4 things I do. Go live, share to my group, share to my text alerts, and share on my mini chat. Okay. Done. Done. Yay. Okay. So that's cool. I hope there's a lot of teams here. That's really cool. I hope some of the girls on my team are here. Okay. I took notes because I want to make sure that I'm focused on the right information. I don't want to get off on any tangents. At the end though, like take notes, you guys, and at the end I will address questions. By the way, I want to show you guys something cool real quick. Look at this. Do you guys love that? This is the painting they gave to us in the Dominican Republic. They found a local artist and they commissioned him to paint 4 different kinds of paparazzi paintings. They're all original paintings though. Like this has crusty paint on it. This is real. And they gave every single one of us a gift and paid the guy for every single painting, which is amazing. Hi, Marissa. So there you go. Beautiful, beautiful. I love it. I was going to hang it right here so you couldn't tell I was sitting on my bed. That would look a little better. But I'm not in my usual spot because this time I don't want my kids bugging me. And this is too important to get interrupted. Alrighty. So first, and you guys are welcome to ask questions. If I see them and it makes sense, I will answer them as we go. But if I don't answer them or you don't feel like you got addressed, then ask me at the end, okay? So first I want to say that, let me explain to you guys why I did this and why I have been using my business page as a place to sell for a very long time, almost 2 whole years. So when a lot of you guys are saying, I need to switch, I'm scared. I did that. I switched, but I did it a long time ago. I did it in April of 2016 and 2017, April of 2017. So, oh, yes, I hope you guys learn a lot. So, there's a couple of things. When I've been in paparazzi for a really long time. I've been selling for over 7 years and I love it to death. Every single morning I wake up with new ideas. Like, I love it. I've never been sick of it. Sometimes it is exhausting and sometimes I don't feel like going live, but I just do it anyway because I know that it works. And so I just stick to my schedule and go for it. So anyway, I was selling in person the first 5 years and I used to do events and expos and women's fairs, all that kind of stuff as my primary way to get the word out. I did do quite a few parties my first 2 years and then a few after that. But I mostly sold in person. And then I had this wonderful thing happen, and I'm being ironic here. I actually booked a 2-day festival up in Maryland, and I brought my kids with me, my 2 older boys, because we get to sleep over at a hotel and go out to dinner, and then they help me and I pay them. It's pretty fun. So we had a 2-day festival. It was my very best festival every single year for like the past 4 years. This year, I went to it and set up my stuff, sold for a day. It was rainy all day long, which was yucky. But I'm like, it's okay. It's a Friday. Saturday's going to be better. We go to the hotel. It happened to be the weekend of a hurricane. We were really far inland, but during the night, we didn't know, there was a big windstorm. So we showed up and a bunch of people found us. They're like, oh my gosh, look at your tent. Your stuff got blown everywhere. We tried to help you. And I'm like, what's happening? So we went and looked at the tents and they were both like crumpled. So I'm like, oh, great. So we got both of the tents and threw them over in a little trash pile because I wasn't even going to try to do anything with them. They were ruined. And a bunch of my jewelry had fallen. Most of it wasn't broken, thank goodness. Most of my kids' stuff was ruined, and we sat there and sold in the sunshine for a whole day and hardly made any money. So events in person are really fun, but that was right about when Facebook Live started happening. So I did an insurance claim with all my stuff, and I decided to bag the events and sell online only. And I told myself, I'm going to figure this out, because if I can't figure this out, I can't do this forever. It made me really mad when all my stuff got ruined. And a lot of you guys have been through that before. So anyway, I decided to sell in person. Now, right at that time, Facebook Live was pretty new and I was doing okay. So I just kind of consistently was selling on my Facebook Live video, which when I first started, I was doing 20 pieces in 1 hour. I didn't know what I was doing, but we all learn. And it was going okay. I had a lady from an event that I had gone to a few weeks before that one message me and say, hey, I want to buy a bunch of stuff. How do I see your things? And I'm like, oh, maybe I'll post pictures in my group. Before this, I had never really sold in my group consistently. I never was one to post in yard sale groups, and I didn't want to work extra. I didn't want to risk being spammy, any of those things. I just didn't even go there. But when this lady asked, I decided to post an album of jewelry, and I did, I don't even remember, like 20 pieces. She bought almost everything. A couple weeks in a row. It was awesome. And I'm like, I bet there's ladies out there who want to see this stuff and they can't. So then I decided to start selling with albums and with live, and it was fairly small. And I continued to do that that was in 2016. I continued to do that through 2017. At the beginning of 2017, I paid for a very expensive class, and I learned like every single week. I watch a new video, and everybody does teach the same technique. So I know I'm doing it right. But I paid for an expensive class and I took it. And the whole while I was thinking, I need to apply this to paparazzi. I got to figure this out because it's driving me crazy if I don't know what I'm doing. Because I personally don't like random luck. I don't like that. I like to plan things, and I like to have a list, and I like to have instructions. So, oh, it's so awful when your stuff gets ruined. It's just awful. I hate it. So, but we know that the business still works. So don't ever let that stop you. You just have to figure out something else. So, I took this class in January, and I learned everything on how to market online and how to have your own business. And this person was teaching you how to come up with a product from nothing. But I didn't want to do that. I wanted to sell paparazzi. So I kind of had to guess what to do with the stuff I learned. And so in April, I started applying everything. Since then, I've never stopped. I've done it the exact same way for almost 2 years, and it 100% works for me. There are many other ways to sell paparazzi or whatever whatever product you have. But for me and paparazzi, this is what works. And so if you want to try it, you can. Okay? My way is not the only way, is what I'm trying to say. But my way is a good way, so you can learn it if you want. Okay, so that was a little rambly, but I wanted to make sure there were everybody here who wants to be. Okay, so here's the problem, okay? There's a guy, if you guys want to write this name down, his name's John Eric Mosler. My glasses really aren't slipping. I think I'm just nervous. I'm going like this. John Eric Mosler is a guy on Facebook, and he teaches about Facebook rules and algorithms and stuff. And lately he's been online 2 or 3 times teaching about Facebook changes. He went online about a week or 2 ago saying that Facebook groups changed. Do you guys remember this? And what they did is they changed it to where people who didn't want to be there weren't there. They took away all the people who other people added who had never really engaged in the group, and they turned it into an invited section. So if you had 1,000 people, but 500 of them had been added by other people, your group turned into 500 real people and 500 invited people. And those 500 invited have to request to stay, or it's going to kick them out in about a month. I think it's 24 days. I don't remember. So, all right. So remember, I'll get your questions if I see them. If not, just save them for the end and I'll pay attention. So the group thing freaked everybody out. But you know what's weird? When he went on, when this John Eric guy went on and talked about how to market and stuff and the group changes and everything, I didn't freak out at all because my group was already running the way he said. And I was like, yes, this is so cool. So when the groups did that whole deal, I have 3,000 people or so in my Facebook jewelry group, and I only lost 120 of them. So because I don't let people add, well, I don't anymore. I don't let people add other people. But so those 120 were just people who were added by others who didn't care if they were there. You want people to request to join your group. Okay. So far, you got it? The other thing is just today, he was online talking about about 3 or 4 days ago, he was on talking about business pages, and that's what sparked this training. So I'll explain to you more about it. And then today he was online talking about personal pages and the question of, can you sell on your personal page? By the way, if you're hosting a watch party, I just learned this. If you're hosting a watch party, I can't see the comments. So if you do have a question, make sure you jump on the real video before you ask it, but that'll be at the end, okay? But watch parties for selling jewelry, I wouldn't do them because you can't see the comments. Okay, so we'll go back to where I was. So with his video today with John Eric, gotta move this little girl. Okay, he said, can you sell on your personal Facebook? Guess what his answer was? His answer was no. Now, I know there are people who successfully sell on their personal Facebook. That's cool. That's fine. I've seen that forever. But I'm scared of getting kicked off one day and having no plan, no backup plan. So the reason I went into selling on my Facebook business page almost 2 years ago was for safety. And I am totally a rule follower. And so I just learned how to do it right the first time. So, got it? Got it so far? So, what I am teaching you is consistent with what the professionals say. So, I'll just tell you what I do. Okay. Here is what I want to teach you guys. I'm going to explain some stuff, how it works, and then I'll tell you the procedure I use when I sell jewelry, okay? Because there's like theory you need to understand, and then I'll tell you what I do like technically to make my jewelry be seen by everybody. Okay, so here are 3 things you need on Facebook. Now I'll explain to you that you can do your business anywhere in the world. You can sell in person. You can sell, or you can introduce yourself in person, and you can introduce yourself on Instagram and YouTube. By the way, when I did this, I did not cross over my YouTube following, you guys. I had an unused Facebook business page that nobody ever went to, and a group started from scratch. So this whole thing, I started from scratch. I promise you, it works, okay? So I know it's freaky to like just start a business page that has 0 followers, but I'll tell you how to do it. Okay, so there's 3 places on Facebook, though, that you can use for your business, because here is the plan, okay? I'm going to go a little bit backwards, okay? You have a jewelry group. Your jewelry group is your VIP group, okay? And it's on Facebook. Your jewelry group, all of this stuff could be elsewhere, but we use Facebook because it's free and because everybody's there. If we find some other way to do this, that's cool. But this is what currently is working for me. So your jewelry group is for your jewelry lovers, your jewelry fanatics, the people who care about jewelry. Okay? They like you and they like the way you sell your jewelry. The end. That's who should be in your group. That is why you don't add people to your group. And this is why you don't want people to add people. Don't ever do those contests that say, whoever adds the most people in the next 24 hours wins a prize. Don't do that. It does not work. It's rude. Have you guys ever been added to a group before? It's like the worst. It's like, who is this? And I'm kind of offended. It bugs me because it means they want to gain something by adding me. So you don't want to add people to your group. I've almost never even added people myself. I send them the link and I say, please request to join. Okay? So that's rule number 1. If you want to write that down, have a group for your jewelry fanatics. They need to request to join. Got it? Okay. I'm going to explain the three parts of Facebook where you can do your business. This is how I run mine. And then I'm going to explain some stuff that you don't have to do and you shouldn't do, okay? Now, you understand what a group is, okay? So then you have your personal page. Your personal page on your Facebook is what everybody has. Everybody who's on Facebook has a personal page with their own name. And that is where everybody is right now. Like you're chatting on your personal profile on this video. So my group actually is set up as public because I want people to see what I have. Some people do private so it can be a more special place. And it's up to you. I've seen about 50% of paparazzi girls do it each way. So I don't think there's a preference. Okay, so your personal profile is your regular Facebook page. Here's the rule. This is what I do, okay? And it works. But the rule about your personal Facebook is keep it personal. Share experiences, okay? If you write share experiences and circle it real big, you will never fail on doing it right. So let me give you an example. I hit a big rank a couple months ago and I put it on my Facebook. I hit a new rank in my job, yay! Because that is a personal feeling and experience, okay? How many of you guys have been to convention for your business? You can totally put pictures of all the people you meet and cool quotes you find, put all of that on your personal Facebook because that is an experience. That is something that you are experiencing and feeling emotion about. Okay? So your personal profile is experiences only. I know this is hard to understand because I knew this years ago. For the last 7 years, I've been watching everybody on Facebook post graphics that say, join my team and pictures of the new stuff and blah, blah, blah. I've done that probably about one time per year ever. I never post graphics and I never post anything like that because it's not an experience, okay? And it works because the people that see those like spammy type of things, they don't care at all. And even when you post a personal experience, only some people are going to care. Only the people who can relate or the people who really care about you are going to care. We want that though. We want people to care who do, but you need to keep it personal and you need to keep it to experiences only. Okay? So I hope that makes sense to you. Now the third thing is your page. Okay? This is why we're all here. So your business page is straight up business. Okay? But there are some secrets and tricks to doing this correctly. I'll explain something to you. Your business page is where you are allowed to sell on Facebook, according to all these people I've learned from. And you know companies have business pages, okay? It's totally legit. So you can sell on your business page if you want to, and that's what I choose to do because there's no other place for people to see me so quickly in public. My YouTube channel is pretty good, but that's really hard to teach. And I've actually sold on YouTube and it works okay, but Facebook is so easy. So let's just work where it works for now. And then if you want to expand, you totally can. So your business page is where you are going to go live. Okay, that's one thing. You're going to go live from your business page. The reason you want to do that is so that it's 100% public. Now, if it freaks you out for like people in other countries to see you, you can go in and change the settings so only people in the United States can see you. But if there's people who don't have locations posted, they won't be able to see you either. So I choose to keep mine open to the world. It's a little freaky, but you know, just don't share anything super personal. Your business page name. This is a big one. Are you guys ready for this? Nope, you should see my face. If you're watching this video, you should be able to see me. And if you're in a watch party, I can't see your comments. A watch party is kind of like a chat room for your people to chat to each other. I did a team watch party on the John Eric's video the other day, and we chatted to each other because there were too many comments. So hopefully that makes sense. Okay, so your page, your business page name needs to be your real name. Okay, so as you can see, this business page, of mine is the same as my Facebook name. That is 100% intentional, okay? So it says, well, it actually doesn't have my middle name on there. I probably should change it. But it says Lisa Abercrombie. So when you have a business page, you need to have your real name. And I actually meant to tell you for your group, you need to have your whole full name as well in your group name. Here's why, okay? There are even girls on my own team, I can't find their page. So like, they're like, go check out my video. And I'm like, I can't even find your page. I don't even know what it is, because if I search their real name, it doesn't come up with anything but their personal Facebook. So your Facebook page has to have your real name at the beginning. It's got to, okay? Now, when you set it up, it doesn't matter what you put it as a store or a business or a team or whatever. It doesn't really matter. There is an option called entrepreneur that does make sense though. So if you want to set it as entrepreneur, you can. If you need to change the business name you already have, the Facebook page business name that you already have, I think they only let you change it one time. So make sure you're prepared on what you want it to be named. I just noticed there was a big giant square right there. That's annoying. Okay. So, I'm going to get to the rest of the name in just a second. So make sure that your Facebook name matches your business page name almost entirely so people can find you, because you're still a person. And so when people find my business page, they don't want it to look like Paparazzi Glam Diva. That doesn't mean anything to anybody. It's cute, but it doesn't mean that it's Lisa selling jewelry, right? And same with my group. Glam Diva VIP group. It doesn't mean anything. So, and I'm just making up a name, okay? It could be Bling Boss Jewelry Group. It could be $5 Friends Sunshine Group. Nobody knows exactly who you are. So I'm not trying to diss on anybody. So just a generic name is not going to help you. So let's say my friend comes on and finds me for the first time. And she's like, oh my gosh, this jewelry's so cool. So she goes to her neighbor when they're out on a walk. Oh my gosh, this jewelry is so cool. I found this girl. Oh, what's her name? I think her name was Lisa. So she can look up Lisa Paparazzi and then maybe she'll find me. Maybe she'll remember my last name, but she's not going to remember Pink Bling. Like, it's not as memorable as you, the individual who is selling it. Okay? So, and honestly, the URL doesn't really matter what it is. It's up to you, because most people don't know what that means. But on the description of the name, so it's searchable, that's the most important, okay? Okay, so if like I miss any really important questions, then PM me and I'll see it pop up on my screen. Okay, so do you guys understand the point of the 3 places? So I'll review real quick and then I'm going to tell you a whole bunch more stuff. So your Facebook group is your end goal. When somebody meets you and they love the jewelry and they want to see it again, get them in your group. Your personal page is for personal experiences. Don't sell jewelry on there. Don't put graphics about jewelry things happening. Don't say join my team, anything like that. Only experiences. Can they be business experiences? Yes, they totally can be business experiences. It's fun. Totally fun. I'm going to like make my glasses quit shining. How about like that? Okay, so now, and then your business page, the purpose of that is for going live and having your business. Now, this is a really important concept that most people don't know. And I took this all from professional people that are making millions of dollars, okay? And by the way, I asked Paparazzi if I could create a course teaching this because I feel like I could help other people that aren't paparazzi, but they said no. So this is free information that is worth money. So keep notes because it's really, really valid information that's made my business really, really excel. Okay, your business page. How do you make yourself stand out? Okay, so here's what you need to learn. When you are marketing yourself as a jewelry girl, you're really not selling the jewelry. Do you guys know this already? You're selling yourself, okay? There are 101,000 people out there selling paparazzi right now. You have to make yourself different. And the only way, the only real, repeatable, teachable way to make yourself stand out is to be yourself, because there's nobody else like you. You have to be yourself. So what you need to do is you need to brainstorm ways that will make you stand out, okay? And this is kind of scary and it's kind of hard, but something that you could do is get like your best friend or your sister or someone who really likes you and ask them some of these questions. Find out, what are some of your passions? Okay, paparazzi is maybe one of them. That's okay. But what are some of your other things that you love and have to add to the world? Maybe you love purple stuff, okay? Maybe you are a really, really good artist. Maybe you are super good at grammar, okay? Maybe you are a teacher and you know teaching methods. You need to brainstorm and figure out what you're good at, okay? It doesn't have to be that you are the know-it-all guru of the subject you pick, because again, you're just being you and you're going to share your opinion about these things and what you believe is good about these things, okay? Maybe you're super good at motivating people. That's a really good one. That can take you really far. Maybe you've been in direct sales before and you've got a whole bunch of skills, okay? So figure out and brainstorm. Get your husband, get your best friend, get your sister, somebody who knows you and loves you, who knows what you're good at, and try to brainstorm together some things that you can offer to the world. Because you've got to stand out. And here's the other thing. You need to give and not only receive. So if you are selling jewelry, and this goes true on personal profiles too, if you sell there. If you are only selling jewelry and not giving anything, there's no reason to stay. People get over that pretty fast. Unless they're jewelry hungry, and that's great. But to get new people, you need to give as well as receive. So here are some ways you can give. Brainstorm those ideas. And there are 3 different ways that you can give back, okay? And I would write these down because this is kind of a hard concept to grasp, but it's not hard to do. Once you get the hang of it, it's really fun. Actually, it's really, really rewarding. I have clearly chosen one of my things to be teaching paparazzi stuff, right? So that's okay. Teach paparazzi stuff. That's totally fine. I'm trying to branch out to teach other entrepreneurs. So like what I'm teaching right now helps more than just paparazzi girls. It helps other people who want to sell other things. So anyway, here are there's 3 tiers. So I would write this down. Okay, 1, 2, 3. The easiest way to share and give value, and you're building trust with your people, is to talk about it while you're selling jewelry. Okay. Excuse me. I probably need a drink of water. So when you are teaching and sharing and being yourself and sharing your personality and whatever, it's really easy to do when you sell jewelry. So instead of saying, look, let me pretend I'm selling this earring. Look at these earrings, they're silver. Oh, how cute. All right, number 40. Tell me if you want number 40. Okay, here's this other earring. Look, this is for sale, number 50. That gets old fast. That is not charismatic and that's not interesting long enough. It works for a little while, but you need to add more than just that. So instead, there are like a million things you could do. So look, I have this cute jewelry. Oh my gosh, daisies. For my last birthday, paparazzi sent me flowers. I can't even believe it. Oh my gosh, they were so pretty. I don't even buy flowers anymore because I know they're going to send me flowers on my birthday, and I super love it. Anybody get flowers in the last month? See that? So you can talk about stuff while you're selling jewelry that gives value and does more than just sell, okay? So yes, this will be up for replay for sure. It'll be on this page and then I'll upload it to YouTube forever. That's why I'm doing a horizontal mode. So that's one thing. Let me think of another one. Oh, I do this all the time. Okay, do you guys want to see my lighting? I think my lighting is pretty good tonight. Do you guys like it? Let me show you my lighting. Okay, you guys are going to see my messy bedroom. So over here I have a box light pointed toward me. And I also have the ceiling light on. See that? And then I also have the window all the way open so I can get some daylight lighting in here. And while we're at it, I have to show you guys my cute shelf. Look at this, how cute. This is a guest room we have. I decorated when we first moved here. Let's see. Oh, there it is. So we have cute little black and white decorations up there. Isn't that fun? Do you guys like owls? I thought that was the cutest little vase up there. I don't use any of those things for real. They're just decorations. So, see that? That is super interesting. It's kind of weird because you're being a little bit like, look at me. But people love it because they want real life. They want real people. They want real information. They want behind the scenes. They want stuff like that from you, okay? So, oh, you collect owls. So fun. I can see why. I think it's cute. It actually says, I love you, Dorinda. I'll have to show you one more time real quick. Let's see. Oh, whoops, I flipped it. Hold on. Okay. I hope you can see it, but it says there's an I and then a heart and then YOU. I can't really see because I'm holding my tripod up. Anyway, so that is where I am filming today. And this is a bed, which I don't love that it's a bed, but it's also very sparkly. And that looks way better than any other options I have besides my regular office. Okay, so that is how you share and give back and converse and interact with people during live video. Okay, that's tier 1. So, isn't this fun, you guys? I freaking love this kind of marketing. It's really, really works. It works really well, and it's very wholesome because you're not bugging people. You're like making them happy. Okay, so, oh, your newborn grandson, how cute. Yeah, pet lovers, oh my, I don't like dogs, so I just don't talk about them because I don't want to offend anybody. But if you have a dog and you have dog lovers on your video, they will flip if they see your cute little dog. I have cats though, and when I show my cat, everybody starts talking about cats. So there are ways to interact and give value, and value does not always mean teaching. Value just means creates happiness. So if entertainment creates happiness, it works. If you're funny, tell jokes the whole time. It's fun. If you're silly, if you get your sisters to sell with you and be silly, people will love that. You have seen videos where there's crazy people on there and they're funny and they're hilarious to watch and they're giving value because they make you happy. Okay? So thank you. This is from Wayfair, by the way, you guys. Wayfair has, well, some of their stuff's a ripoff, but some of their stuff is a really good deal, which this was. All right. That's tier 1. Tier 2, okay? Tier 2 is the second way to give back. I'm trying to think of the 3 ways. Hold on. Oh, I know what it is. Okay. Tier 2 is to go live on Facebook and do something where you are not selling. And it's weird. At first, you're like, what? Because it's scary. It's like, me, right? It does feel like that. However, if you share the right thing, it's awesome. So I have to tell you a story. Lisa Keller's on my team, and she is amazing at selling paparazzi. I think she already hit Black Diamond. And one time, and I don't even think she did this on purpose, but she is smart, so she figured this out. One time I saw her on my news feed, and she was live coloring little pieces of frosting popcorn for her daughter's birthday cake. And she was just sitting there at a kitchen table with a video, and she was talking to people, and she had her little paintbrush, and she was like just doing it on camera and chit-chatting, kind of like hanging out on a Saturday afternoon. And she had a lot of people watching and a lot of people sharing. And if you think about it, she is giving value. She's given an escape. She's teaching about decorating cakes. She's showing her personality. She did talk about paparazzi if somebody asked. She just was casual about it. They're like, when are you live again? And she would say, but she wouldn't be like, buy my jewelry, because that wasn't the purpose of the video. The purpose of the video was to engage, to give value, to meet new people, to network, to want people to share, all that kind of stuff. So, I'll touch on that, Barbara, because that's a good point. Okay, so you want to go live. So tier 2 is to go live doing something or teaching something interesting, okay? Now, there's a few things that are not appropriate. Like when I was new at this, a year and a half ago, we were at my in-laws swimming pool and all the kids were in the pool and everybody was cute. And I went live and I showed the video of everybody swimming. And then it was over in like 2 minutes and I stopped. And I'm like, wait, I don't want to share that. That is not related to anything. And I just decided it was too personal. So I hurried and deleted it. So you kind of have to decide if it's appropriate or not. But if it gives value to other people and they care, then it's good, okay? So often I share like how I organize, and it doesn't mean my way is the best way, but it's my way and people want to know. So I share how I organize my jewelry. I share how I market, which is what we're doing right now. I share how I do lighting. I tested the Comment Sold software. I taught you guys how to use a macro lens. That's all the stuff I'm going to do. I plan to go on and make thank you cards on a live video, and it's okay if they're long. Maybe it takes 45 minutes to make a thank you card. So what? I mean, the long video is going to get people to see it. Anyway, there's like many things you can go live and do where you are not selling, okay? That's tier 2. I would do all of these, but that's tier 2. You can go live from your business page or personal. If it's very good value, I would do it on your business, because your business page is where people will start to follow you because you're awesome, and follow you because you teach and share really good things. If you're just going to go on and watch your dog play ball, do that on your personal page, because it's not giving extra. It's still entertaining, but it's not giving extra. So you'll want to go live on your personal page and your business page, depending on what you're doing. And if it's worth a lot and you want people to follow you for the sake of that video, business page, okay? So I have an organizing video on my YouTube if you want to look at it. By the way, anybody here, please follow my business page here where you are, and then you can go to my YouTube and subscribe if you want, because I plan to do a bunch more stuff. But this one is a long time coming, and I'm like, I just got to make it. Okay, that's how you add value. Now, tier 3 is the hardest way to share, but it's really concentrated marketing, which is an actual teaching video. And I think those should go on YouTube, because that's where people intentionally search for how-to videos. So my organizing video, for example, I had it on Facebook because just on a whim one day I went live and I showed how I organize my jewelry. And I found myself sending it to people all the time. They're like, how do you organize your jewelry? And I'd send them the link, because finding those on Facebook are really hard. So it's better if you have a direct place to find it, which would be YouTube. So I just downloaded it and then I uploaded it to YouTube with the correct name so people can find it. And now it's on YouTube forever for people to search and find. Ask my team. A bunch of my team has found me on YouTube because they were researching paparazzi. And so if you have an intentional teaching video that's valuable, like and you're not wasting time, put that on YouTube. You can go live and do it on Facebook like I am, but also upload it to YouTube so that people can find it in the future. Okay? Does that make sense, everybody? So 3 tiers to sharing. You can share and give value while you're selling jewelry on your Facebook business page. That's where you're going to go live. You can go live and do something entertaining or valuable where you're not selling jewelry on your personal or business page on Facebook. And then the 3rd tier is to actually teach something, put it on YouTube. Okay. If you haven't been live to sell jewelry, you guys, this is where the money is. I'll just say it that quick. It's like where the business is right now. Okay, so let's move on. So that's the concept. Do you guys understand all the theory? That's the theory behind this whole type of marketing. So how do you get them? How do you find them to come to your page? How do you get them to come to your group and everything like that, okay? So in big, giant letters on your notes, you guys, I would write this. Text alerts. Text alerts are the biggest number one thing that changed my business. And changed, I mean, it was growing, but then it went wrong. It went crazy. And it's because of text alerts. So with text alerts, you are telling your people that you are selling jewelry. Okay. And I think there's a right way and a wrong way to use it. You don't want to send your text alert and say, I'm going live in 5 minutes. You have to make it as simple as possible for your customers. So instead, first you go live, then you text alert with the link, like I did at the beginning. So if you guys rewatch the beginning of this video, I tell you exactly how I share. Because people want easy. People want easy. They don't want to have to jump through any hoops. And so after you go live, you send an alert and say, selling jewelry right now, come see me. You also want to send out a ManyChat or any other brand of Facebook bot. And I'll have to explain these more. But the text alerts are intentional, and the people who get them want them. That's really, really important, because here's how most of you guys are doing it. And the only reason I know about text alerts is because I followed a very savvy LuLaRoe person, and I just copied what they did. And they were doing text alerts. And I'm like, well, that must work. So I tried it, and it does work. So if you're not using text alerts, you are counting on somebody browsing through their phone randomly at a certain time of day. You're counting on Facebook showing that in their feed. You're counting on, like, you're hoping, you're crossing your fingers that people will find you. That's not business. Business needs to be intentional. It needs to be calculated. And because of text alerts, I know how much money I'm going to make every week. I know it. It's very, very calculated, and it's very intentional. And it's also very reliable. Like, if we wanted to, we could live off my sales income, because I know I'm going to get it. So it's really important to invite your people to come, and you want them to see it on purpose. Text alerts are amazing because everybody checks their phone. Like, the response rate of people looking at their phone for a text, it's like 98% or something. Okay. So there are 2 text alert companies I recommend. If you just make a note, I have a YouTube video called Paparazzi Text Alerts, and that's the company I use, the one I talk about, and they are great. They work perfectly. I've been using them for 1.5 years, and I've never stopped, you guys. Everything I'm teaching you, I've been doing since I learned it, and it works. And so search on YouTube for Paparazzi Text Alerts. And there's kind of it's not a very good video, but I'm like, I got to get this out there. So that is one of them. I found another company today called Loyal Shops. Loyalshops.com. And Loyal Shops doesn't make you pay like a minimum fee for their service. So it's per text. Okay. And they have a bunch of different programs, but if you do the text only program, you can start with 1 person on your list, and it doesn't cost, it's like 5 cents or whatever. I don't get it. But so just compare those 2, get one of them. I have an opinion on using free services. There are a couple. There's one called Remind. There's one called Rained Out. But free services are made for nonprofit. And like I said, I'm a rule follower, so I would not recommend using a nonprofit company, or however it works, a nonprofit intended company, to make money. It's just not right. So I would suggest paying for your alerts. But those are 2 really good companies. Okay? So I send those text alerts out when I go live and when I post an album. And I'm going to explain my my series of how I actually do my jewelry in a second. So right before I share with you guys like where I post and how often and stuff, let me tell you some stuff. I have never been in Facebook jail. I've been once last week because I did too many comments sold, automated comments from the software I was testing. So I lost my streak, but I've never been in Facebook jail ever because of the way I do my business. And that's good, right? That means I'm following a structure that is valid. You guys are going to love this. I am happy to say I don't have to mess with Facebook algorithms at all. I don't have to play the game. You can. Facebook algorithms are a good thing to learn if you want people to see your experiences on your personal Facebook. But I don't play that game. I don't have time. I don't want to learn it. I've never really even tried. I do know how they work, but if you do your business like I'm teaching, you don't need them. I've never had to, I'm still here if you can't see me. I've never had to do group engagement. Okay. I've never played, I've tried them like once a year, but it doesn't add value for me or my customers. So I don't do like this or that, play Yahtzee, tell us what's your favorite cartoon character and why. I don't do that. I don't like them. I don't like them. I think they're silly. Some of them are fun. You know, I've seen some of my friends say stuff and I'll respond to some of them. But in the big picture, I personally don't do any engagement posts and my business still works, okay? So what I'm saying is I don't think they're necessary. And I don't do them on my personal Facebook or my group, which seems weird, right? Because my jewelry group, you would think I want my stuff to show up randomly on their wall, but we're over random. We're not doing random anymore. We do text alerts. And because of text alerts, my customers don't get sick of me. And they don't get sick of seeing like garbage, like random, unnecessary stuff. The only things I post in my group are my albums and like invoices are sent. So, okay. So I'm just telling you what you can take out of your life if you follow the way I'm teaching you. You don't have to do any of that. I don't post. I've never ever used, I can't remember the name of it, but it's that software that lets you post every 5 minutes and you schedule your posts. Never done that. I only post in my group twice a week. That's when I do album number 1 and album number 2. Oh, and I post invoices are sent or whatever. But if you scroll in my group, you will see the only stuff there is jewelry, you guys, because guess who's there? People who love jewelry. It's not people I'm trying to talk into loving paparazzi. Nope. And it's not people that I want to randomly find me. They already can find me because of my text alerts. Sometimes I will post, are you not on my text alerts yet? Be sure to get on them. So, no, I'll get to how I sell the jewelry in a sec. I've tried them again, like once a year, but I never post images that I found on Google. And I don't do them anywhere on my personal or my business or my group. You know, join my team or are you ready for Christmas? Like that stuff does not work. It's not necessary and it also takes time. So I don't do that. And I feel like it's really important to spend your time wisely. So on my YouTube channel, I made some live videos where I am working 3 hours a day. Because when I sell, I literally only work 3 hours a day to sell my jewelry, plus my 4 hours when I go live. Beyond that, I'm done. I'm not going to sit and do random stuff at night. Now, I do spend a lot of time on the computer helping my team and answering questions and stuff like that. But as far as my selling routine goes, 3 hours a day, and I'm probably going to hit Black Diamond. Okay? Now, I can tell you, I have some assistants hired. I have 1 or 2 people working with me during those 3 hours because at some point I can't do it all. And instead of working longer, I chose to hire help and I sell way more than if I worked longer, way more. So far so good. Yes, organic marketing must be the word. And I like the word wholesome because it's not annoying. It's just totally valid, normal stuff. Okay, so this is my bed, my backboard on my bed. Okay, so now that you guys understand all the stuff that shouldn't be happening, let me tell you how I actually sell my stuff. So, and I don't know if you guys want to write this down, but you should because it's not all in one place except for this training. Okay. I don't do this enough, but I post on my personal wall about 3 times a month, probably, and that's all. When I do post on my wall, it's usually this person hit a rank, and it needs to be more than that. So I suggest, if you need somewhere to start, I suggest posting on your personal wall once a week with something valuable, like your family, an experience, something great. And if you do work it up, only go to maximum once per day. Okay? That is an algorithm thing, to not post more than once a day on your personal wall. And but I never post, so I wasn't really even worried about that. So, because I'm like, I'll do it later, and then I never do. So your personal wall, make sure you are alive, right? Make sure you're saying stuff here and there. Okay, next, when I feel like it, when I'm inspired and I have a really good idea, I will go live on my business page and teach something cool. And I have only done it an average of once a month, and it still works, okay? So you don't have to do a lot, but it's got to be good. It's got to be, this is tier 2 is what I did. And it's got to be something valuable that other people like and can enjoy. I would work it up to once a week, once you've got a little system. Once a week going live, giving instead of receiving, okay? And I would do the Facebook Live business page version. Maybe your personal page if it's totally personal, but I would do your business page at least once a week. Seems really just normal. Yeah, like I am too shy to post about myself all the time on Facebook, so I try to just do it without it, and it works. Okay, the next thing I do is, this is a big one. You guys ready? Now, when people discover you anywhere, whether they discover you on live, which is primarily where they're going to find you, or whether they meet you in person, or whether they meet you just like a neighbor who found out that you sell, or if you share an experience on your personal page of going to convention and somebody's like curious. When you get talking about your business and you find out they want to be a customer one day, whether they're a customer now or they're interested in jewelry, they can join your group. On your group, you need to add a question. And let me tell you where it is so that you can go change it after this is done. On your group settings, I'm on a computer, and this is probably going to be about 30 more minutes if anybody's wondering. On your group, if you go to more and then edit group settings, about halfway down, oh, where is it? Because I want to tell you where it is. Okay, I gotta find it. I will take questions at the end, by the way, so I've not really been ignoring on purpose. It's just I don't want to lose track of and get on tangents, okay? So, oh, here it is. Okay, there's a section called Membership Requests and Ask Questions. This is on your group. Remember, your group is jewelry lovers. That's why you don't need to engage them. They know they want to be there, so don't bug them. Just let them be in your group. And then on Ask Questions, ask a question about text alerts, because they want your jewelry. They're requesting to be in your group on purpose. So at that exact moment when they request to join your group, ask if they want to give their phone number to you. And let me see if I can see how mine is worded. Close. I've got something coming up here. Would you like to get let's see, mine says, would you like to get text notifications when new jewelry is added? Please type your 10-digit phone number or no. I'm not making them, right? So they can give me their phone number or not. And I get the phone number from about probably 40% of the people. And there's 3,000 people in my group. It's amazing. Now, initially, I didn't do text alerts. So I have about 600 people on my text alerts right now. but it is the perfect place to ask for their phone number. The other place you can ask for their phone number is when you are live. It can be a discussion. I have a lot of people who say, oh, I just got your alert. And then I say, hey, if anybody else is here, who is new, wants to be on my alerts, just send me your phone number on a private message and I'll put you in there. You have to use a text alert company, so you're doing it legally, and make sure they have an option to unsubscribe. Okay? All right. So far, so good. So our jewelry lovers are now going to get our text alerts. Got it? Okay. So people discover you somewhere, you invite them to your group, and you ask for their phone number when they join your group. When people want to see the jewelry, that is an open invitation for you to say, you should join my group. You should get on my text alerts. And you should be doing both. When you meet people, like at events and stuff, that's been crooked. When you meet people at events or in person and you're carrying your bling bag around, your business card isn't going to do anything unless you do one of those two things, or both. Get them in your group and get them on text alerts. Okay? You can, yes, Andrea, you can tell them to text, but they don't. So I have found people are more open to the easiest thing possible. So when I get new customers on my Facebook Live videos buying, I say, oh, send me your email so I have it. Oh, and send me your phone number if you want alerts next time I'm live. So easy. And they love it because they want to see it and they can cancel whenever they want. Let me touch on that too. Let's talk about lives and jewelry. When I get my new, so you guys get it so far. You have to meet people somewhere. They need to know you sell jewelry, because those people that follow you for your value videos are going to figure it out pretty fast that you sell jewelry too. You want people to join your group, okay? So when you are live on your business page, the intention is not to sell. Now, you're going to sell a lot on your live videos. We all do. But honestly, let me tell you guys, 30% of my jewelry is sold on live and 70% is sold in my group. You guys don't even see how much I sell in my group. So the reason for that is not everybody wants to sit on a 2, 3, 4 hour video. Not everybody has the time to do that, and it's not everybody's cup of tea. A lot of people don't care about engagement and the social stuff. So you do want to make sure people know how to shop from you besides being live. So don't go, and then one more thing, don't go live in your group. Going live in your group is an automatic mistake because people don't know. I keep not looking up because I'm looking at the camera. That's really important, by the way. So I keep not seeing this little square. It's just crazy. Don't go live in your group because people that discover you for the first time cannot comment unless they join your group. I hope you guys already all know that. So don't go live in your group. It's not as good as going live publicly on your business page. Okay? When I go live on my business page, I put a description, and there are some really important things to put on your description. Okay? So on your description, you can say whatever. $5 jewelry, it's the best thing ever, whatever. You need to put the words Facebook Live, because people will search for Facebook Live. Or no, not Facebook. Paparazzi Live. Okay? Paparazzi Live. Put that anywhere in there. And put an invitation to join your group. Okay? So what mine says is, let me tell you exactly how it's worded because it works. I wish I could write a book about this because it's fun. Okay, on my video, I'm telling you, oh, it won't let me, sorry. If I click videos on my Facebook page and then go to them, I can't see the description. So let me scroll down here. One more, okay. This is good info, so let me make sure you guys understand what I put. On the description, I invite people to my group every single time. Okay, so it says whatever, you know. how much my shipping is and whatever. I invoice every Thursday, whatever. Then it says, add album jewelry to your cart at da-da-da-da, and then it has my group. So you can put some kind of invitation that says, I have albums too, come and look at my stuff, or whatever, and then put a link to your group. And I told you at the beginning of the video how to find a link. It'll be the URL at the top of your page. And there was one more thing I was going to say. Oh, something though that will do is they're going to click your thing and you're going to ask them for their phone number. It's cool, right? So the people that discovered you for the first time and they're like, I love this, they're going to want to join your group. And listen to how cool this is. The description is when you go live, and right before you go live, it's like you're going to post. So that's where you type, hi everybody, come join my video. That's where I put the title of this video that we're on right now. Come join us. Here's the weird part. So I'll go live, I'll talk to people, I'll sell stuff, and I'll recognize names, and I'll invite people to join my group. And then after I'm done, I usually go live for 2 hours. I'll go look at my group, and I'll usually have 3 to 7 new requests to join my group every time I go live. Almost none of those people are the people I saw in my live, because there are people out there who want to be private and they don't want to talk. They're shy. And I think by only selling on live, you're eliminating 80% of people. There are a lot of people who don't want to talk. I would not go on somebody's random live and buy stuff. That's scary to me. Because I know paparazzi, I would do it. But like some of these other people, I'm like, okay, they're in their own thing. I'm not going to bug them. But if they said, go to my group and look around, I would totally do it. Especially as your group gets bigger, it's like they're not going to notice. There's a million people in their group. Who cares? So then you join and then you can see the stuff. Okay? All right. So the live description is what we just went over. Okay. Now let's talk about albums for a minute. Okay? I'm not going to talk about how I pack jewelry and all that. You guys can learn that another time or do your own way. But I'm just telling you where to post and stuff, okay? So during live video, you're going to sell jewelry there. Then, and on my personal schedule, and when I teach my team, I tell them to go live twice a week and post 2 albums a week. And so typically you'll go live and you'll post your leftovers. And then you go live again and you post your leftovers. So these 2 albums of leftovers right here should include additional jewelry, because you want your live people to go to your albums. You don't want to sell entirely separate. You want them to cross over if possible. So I often tell people on the video, especially when I notice there's a lot of people watching more than when I started, I'll say, hey, if you didn't hear already, I have a jewelry group where I sell my stuff and you can go over there and buy from there too. And I'll be posting an album tomorrow and there will be surprise jewelry in there too. So it gets them interested. There's one more thing I wanted to tell you. Oh, how to start your live video. Okay, so we're still talking about live for a second. This is really important. When you start your live video, don't get on there and like fuss with the camera and say, we're going to wait, or even just sit there, because it's awkward for the people who are watching the replay. What I do, and it works really well, is I go on and the second I start, this is what I say. Hey everybody, I'm Lisa and I'm going to sell you guys super cute jewelry. So I hope you can watch and have fun. If it says live here in the corner, where it's red, right there, then you can buy stuff. But if it doesn't say live, you better join my group instead, because it's easier to shop from my albums. That's it. That's all I say. And what that does, oh, and I say, and the link is in the description of this video, so you can join me there. Okay, hi everybody who's here already. Let me share the video, and then I share it for 3-4 minutes, and then I start. Okay? So, and the first 20 times I went live with my text alerts, I taught people how to do text alerts. So because at least why not teach something if you're going to waste their time anyway? So, you want to tell them right at the beginning to join your group, to shop, because nobody's going to watch a replay for 2 hours. That's not the fun part. They want to interact. Okay. And I personally will not sell from a replay. I don't think it's worth my time. So I only sell from my albums because they're the jewelry that I didn't sell on my video. Okay. All right. So the next thing is how I do my albums. I'll tell you my old schedule. Right now, I only go live on Mondays because I don't want to work more than Monday. And it still works. I go live 2 times with a break in the middle. But at the beginning, I was going live Monday and Wednesday and posting albums Tuesday and Thursday. So we'll just talk about that pretend schedule for a minute. So I would go live and sell what I could on Monday. And then Tuesday morning, I would take pictures. This is when I didn't have help. But I still do it the same way. I would take pictures of everything that didn't sell and put in the photograph, I put how many available, and we started putting the color in there. When you do that, you don't have to type a description on every video. Oh, I only have 15% left on my battery. I got to tell my husband to bring up my charger. Oh, I have my charger. Never mind. I knew that I thought of it. Okay. I have paid to promote on Facebook, and I'll tell you guys that too. So we have about 20 more minutes. I don't want to take longer than that, but I'll try to stick to the point. And then we'll do questions at the end. So, okay, my phone is good. Now, when I post, when I take pictures, I put how many available and what color. And for me personally, that's quicker than looking up the picture and trying to like post the quantity later. Like I can do it all in the moment. So we take pictures almost every time. I didn't today because I was out of time, but it takes pretty much the same amount of time, in my opinion. So I post original pictures and it seems more real. I think the customers like it better. I might run into anything broken and eliminate that. So I just like to take pictures. When I post the albums, I will do it on my computer. Your computer will allow you to do a lot more. So my albums usually have between 80 to 150 per album. And what this does, and then I upload the pictures to the album, and then I just copy and paste the description, which says stuff like, say mine if you want it, see available quantity in the photo, invoicing on Thursday, send me your email if you're new, that kind of stuff. And I copy and paste that onto every single photo. Honestly, most people don't read that, but I copy and paste it on every photo and I hit post. Sometimes Facebook will freeze and say that it didn't work, but if you open another window, you will see it did work. Okay. So that's how I post an album. And then guess what I do? I get the link and I send a text alert out to my same group of people because they want the jewelry. And then you guys should hear. It's really cool. I've had my family over when this happens. I post it and then I hear this ding, 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 ding. It's people claiming jewelry. It's really, really cool. I just did it today. It's just a great feeling. You know you're doing it right. You know they got your message. It's pretty cool. So how long do I leave my albums up? That's a good point. I only post albums in the moment. And then I'll do the next one Thursday, the 2 albums. And then the next week, that way people can shop over the weekend. As soon as I post my new Tuesday album, I delete the old Tuesday album. Sometimes I leave up to 4 at a time, but never more than that. I delete them because if you put up every single color in every album, they're going to look picked over. It's just how it works. I've reshown the same piece many times and I end up selling them because I either have a new face looking at it or I have somebody who missed it before and then they buy it. I just did it today, you guys. If you bought from me, I just posted purple and blue stuff I've had for a while and a bunch of you guys are buying it. And maybe it's because you missed it or maybe because it's new to you. You'll have to try it on your computer again. Open another tab and see if it worked because it did. It pretty much always works. I don't leave up constant inventory because you need to create scarcity. It needs to be like your live video. The live videos work so well because people are afraid they're going to have to compete. And so they hurry and buy it. So you need to create that for your albums. That's why, that's another reason the text alerts work is because they have to hurry and buy it before the other girls do. And I've had 2 people tell me they pull over on the road and shop because they want to get it before everybody else does. So you guys, I'm telling you, the text alerts are the #1 thing that will make your business reliable. I don't think you can change the privacy anymore, Judy. I don't know. I would love to double check that. Where'd my pen go? I'm going to just have to remember. But I want to double check. I don't think you can do that anymore with the privacy, or else I would totally be doing that. I don't know about albums on Instagram. Not sure yet. We're going to learn that one day, Melanie. Okay, so now, that's it. That's it as far as how I do my stuff. I personally invoice once a week, but I do risk non-payers, and it happens. But for me personally, I would rather have non-payers than work every night. So it depends on how you want to do it. I am planning to test some more software similar to Comments Sold, because I do feel like the business is going that direction. But I'm still going to do albums, and I'm still going to do live, because not everybody wants to sit on a video. Okay, I feel like there was something else I was going to tell you about. Hold on. Let me think for a second. There was, like 2 or 3 minutes ago, I was going to explain something more, but I don't remember. Oh, promoting. Brittany, thank you. Let me tell you a couple more tricks that I've done, and they work really well. I have gone live on my business page to give, but it's kind of a mesh of giving and promoting paparazzi. So I have gone live before to show my fashion fix, and I will post pictures of my fashion fix in my group where people can pre-order. And then I go live on my business page, and I write in the description, if you want to actually order these, please join my group and comment on the post. And I'll put the actual link to the post of the fashion fix. And during the live, I've done many different things, but I do it based on comments. And so I say, the giveaway is based on comments. So say whatever you want. Just make sure they're not dumb comments like a dot, you know. But as long as you're saying something valuable, fine, comment as much as you want. And then you can use a program called Woobox, WOOBOX.com, Woobox.com, to search for the winner. You can also do it yourself if you expand the comments and just randomly pick some people. I've given away the actual fashion fix during the video before. I've given away fashion fix pieces after the fact. I've given away just free shipping. It really just depends on what you want to give away. But because of that engagement, you guys, and the sharing, I usually give away more if I get more viewers, and I say that, and so everybody shares. It's really, really cool. And so that kind of giveaway will get a lot of people to your group. So what I've done is I've done this with Fashion Fix and Life of the Party. Life of the Party seems easier to promote because it's simpler, but I'll make the video, and I tell everybody that the drawing isn't going to be drawn until Fashion Fix is ordered on the 14th, for example. So then I'll have that video, and then when it's over, because I'm on a business page, I have the option to boost it. And so I've done this the last 3 or 4 months where I boost it for $5 to $15. And then on my thing, on my video, it says, this is a drawing, watch the video, comment if you want. And they see the video, they can still be in the drawing, and then they can order from my fashion fix. I don't know if it's worth it or not, but I can tell you my fashion fix pre-orders have been steadily growing. But my Life of the Party pre-orders have really gone up, and I attribute part of that to the boost. So besides that, I wouldn't ever boost because we don't really know what we're doing. There's a whole marketing. There's people that live off of the money they make teaching people how to do Facebook ads. So I wouldn't do Facebook ads unless you know or have learned or hired a professional. Okay, so that didn't take as long as I thought. Now I am happy to answer questions. And I'll try my best. Boosting the video, because videos are what, let me tell you this real quick. Videos are 20 times more engaging than a picture. Pictures are like 20 times more engaging than text. So posting anything with text, don't ever do it. And that's why Facebook gives you that little graphic option anymore so that you can get seen. And then, I would always do video over text, almost always. I even did a video yesterday saying I was going to do this video instead of a picture because I knew it would get more engagement. Yes, text alerts and ManyChat. Let's talk about those for a second. Text alerts, I told you there's 2 companies to try. There's, if you go to Paparazzi Text Alerts in YouTube, you can watch my video there. And the other company is Loyal Shops. So try one of those. ManyChat, www.manychat.com, is a company who lets you set up a Facebook bot for your messenger, your Facebook Messenger, so that your Facebook business page can talk to your customers without you doing it yourself. And I will be making a video on how to put a keyword for your lives. This is the coolest idea ever. And follow my page because it'll be on here when I teach it. But the way I use my bot right now is free. And basically, when somebody messages you for the first time, you can make it ask, do you want to be on my alerts for new live videos of jewelry? And then they can just push yes or no. So you can put a little question on there, and then they're automatically going to get an alert when you send it out. Okay? I'll just say that much because I don't have a training on ManyChat. I just kind of winged it and it's working, but I don't know how to teach you. Okay, let's talk about Postable or Google Forms, etc. Okay? Personally, what I've been doing for the last 2 years is asking for people's email only. I recommend using PayPal for your entire business because you can ship from there and you can invoice from there. It's all free until you have the fees for the credit card acceptance, which is unavoidable. It's against the law to not charge a credit card fee. So you have to have a fee. And then you're supposed to invoice people through a legitimate business. You're not supposed to invoice through Facebook Messenger unless you use a real company like PayPal Interface or Square. I think you can do Venmo. I'm not sure, but Venmo is even required to report credit card purchases. So you're not going to save anything. So I suggest doing PayPal. And I just keep, it's a Google sheet of 2 rows or 2 columns. One is their Facebook name, their exact Facebook name, and their email. Okay, that's it. Facebook name and email. And then it's an ongoing file. Every time I count my jewelry, I have a date with a new column, and I write down how many pieces they bought, and then I invoice. And I do need to make a video on that because I invoice in bulk and it's way fast. So I can teach you guys about that later. So I don't use Postable. I just think it's an extra step. I tried it before and it's a good program, but it gives you extra work. So I don't use it. And then I don't try to memorize people's names in PayPal, and I don't put their real name or anything in PayPal. It's all just connected to their email address on my Excel file. And one thing I've considered is there is a way to connect a Google form to the Google sheet that I already have. So if I want to create a little questionnaire that says, do you want to party? Do you maybe want to sign up one day? Do you want more info? I could do that. But I haven't, and it still works. Because of the value videos I do, people will watch me for a while and then contact me and say, I've been thinking about selling, I've been watching you sell jewelry. That is how I recruit, is they've been seeing how cool it is, how interesting it is, how fun it is, and they like the product, and then they approach me and ask me about selling. Okay, now I'm watching for more questions. Ask again. I'm sorry, because it's horizontal, I can see 2 comments at a time. Let's see. All right, I'm just taking questions now. 3 places on Facebook. Yep, personal, group, and business, and I covered them in detail earlier. Do I create an event? So if you do an event or anything funky like that, it's really, really hard for people to find it. It's just technologically complicated. I couldn't even find my event on my own Facebook for this video. I had to search it. crazy. And then I couldn't remember the name, so I had to it was dumb. So, okay. I hope you're still there. I'm still here. Okay, I'm watching for questions. So I personally don't create an event ever. I think it's too complicated. Creating a page is the same. So create a page is the same as a business page. Okay, I'm still here, so I'll look for questions. I have not tried albums on a business page, but I don't want to, because the goal of my business page is to create an ambiance of my personality. Oh, I didn't go over this. So your business page has to have your real name followed by what you offer. So mine is called Lisa Abercrombie Training, Paparazzi, and Fun Stuff. It's not called Lisa Abercrombie, I Only Sell Jewelry, because my goal is to get new people to follow me for reasons beyond paparazzi. Because one day, them or their friends or anybody may decide to buy the jewelry, but I want to be able to give to them beyond paparazzi so they think I'm interesting. Do you get it? So you want your business page to say what you offer, and that's why I don't do albums on a business page. It's intentional, because I don't want to be all salesy on my business page all the time. I just want some of my lives to be videos of selling, but I want some of them to be value videos. And you guys are going to notice most of my videos are selling. I don't do as many value videos as I should, but it still works. So you know that what I'm teaching you is pretty good. Okay. I would sell exactly how I taught. So I would do live videos on your business page, albums, and pre-orders in your group. Okay. Oh, yes. Here's a thought. Some of you guys asked, do you post what you just ordered that day and take pre-orders? I have not done that, but I know it works. And so that's something I'm going to start to implement soon, is when you place an order, like if I place an order today, I could make an album of what I just got and sell a bunch of it before I even go live with it. So I do want to try that. I know it works. I don't do it yet. So I've gotten very high sales volume without doing that up to this point. Let's see. Yeah, it was my broadcast that was interrupted, so we're good. Was my class it was from an online marketer. Yep. It was a $2,000 class. I've taken a $1,000 class and a couple $500 classes, and they all teach the same thing. My job was to connect it to paparazzi, because none of them tell you how to do that. So I'm like, I'm going to try this. And I put my business on the line with that, but I knew I'd figure it out. So I'm just teaching you guys from my experience. Online parties. If you have a hostess, I would recommend that you stick to your normal schedule, or you can do a surprise live, same thing, but do everything else the same. So I typically go live twice on Monday nights. And so maybe my Monday night 8 to 10 live would include a hostess. So I would basically teach the hostess to invite her friends by phone, and then she can invite them once the live starts, and she can give me a list of names of the people who are her friends. And then I'll just count the friend sales toward her free stuff. I wouldn't change my live, because the excitement you have with all your customers is what gets your sales high. You want to utilize that crowd that you have to help her party. So I would do everything the same, and then just include your hostess and a list of their names in her tally for her sales. I've tried a group for selling with a hostess, and I've tried events, and none of them work as good as what I just told you. And again, this is my opinion, but for me, I get a lot of sales, and so what I do is working for me. Let's see. Okay. The recruiting comes naturally, you guys, because you are giving value and you're nice and helpful and stuff. It's very obvious that you're a salesperson and that they can join you. One thing that will help is maybe once in a while you put a little sign by you that says, I'd love to have you join my team or something, but you don't need to say, join my team, free jewelry this month. One time in October, I went live and I talked about the bling bag that they were giving out for free because I had one. So I went live and I showed it to everybody, like it's leather and it's got pockets and look how cute. Here's how I use my bling bag. And that was an open invitation for people to be like, I want one, da da da. And then they told me if they wanted to sell. So you don't have to go outright and like recruit. This whole process is recruiting. The whole thing you're doing is recruiting. And any of you guys watching who want to sign up know that I sell, right? And then you'll message me if you're interested. I can make some recruiting videos later. There's more that I do, but after they contact me. Okay, let's see. Group name different from your business name. They can be exactly the same. Just make sure you write VIP on there or VIP group so they know they're different. Because I have had customers get them mixed up before. So I changed mine a little so it said VIP group near the beginning so they know where they are. Because honestly, your customers don't even know how they got there. That's why the text alerts are so important. They might not even care that they're in a group doing this, buying from you. All they care about is your jewelry. So according to your customer, they don't care where they are. They just want to see your stuff. But according to your plan, it works well with the Facebook technology, okay? Even my own sisters can't find me. I don't know if I told you guys this. My sisters can't find me when I'm live. They should know this, right? The text alerts is the only thing they can do. My sister told me the other day, she's like, I can't find your albums because you didn't put, oh, here's something important I'll tell you right now. In the description of each piece on your album that you're going to copy and paste, put a link to all your albums. So if you open your group and then go to photos and then go to albums, you will see a URL up there. That link will allow people to see the albums you have open, the 2, 3, or 4 that you have open. So my sister, the other day I made an album and I forgot to put that in there. So my sister's like, I couldn't find your albums. I'm like, why? I'm like, how do you usually find them? She's like, well, I usually see one piece and then I look at the description and I click on the link and I'm like, whoa, good thing that's been there before. So you just want every opportunity for people to find you. So that's a thought. The VIP group can be opened or closed. Totally up to you. Mine happens to be open. Let's see. Oh, Tammy, you better rewatch the video. You need a group and a business page. Okay. I am going, Christine, I'm going to California tonight at 2:30 in the morning. I've got to wake up and leave. Okay. So, I did a comment sold review on here if you guys want to watch it on my page. I'm not going to keep using it yet. I don't love it. I'm going to try another company as soon as I'm back from my trip to California. And they're similar to comments sold. So I'm going to try them next. And those guys say they will program stuff. If that's true, they're going to be the ones I love. So we'll see. But I will keep you guys updated when I find my favorite place to sell like the software. So I'll just address this for a second. She said she was having, all my comments just did all weird things. So I'll just keep going to try to help answer everybody. She said that her customers won't share or play games. Maybe maybe they don't care. Maybe they're not motivated by jewelry. Maybe they want something else from you. Maybe you need to do trivia. Maybe you need to share your office, like do a tour of your office. Maybe you need to do jewelry tips. Maybe they only care about that. You need to kind of find out what they want, and you can literally ask. You can ask them, guys, I want this to be more than just selling jewelry. What would you like from me? What would be awesome and fun? Maybe you cook a meal while you show jewelry, and I'm not kidding. You can let that meat brown while you sell a couple more pieces. You can do whatever you want to make it entertaining and fun for your customers. Okay. So my comments are way scrolled out, so I'm going to have to go to the bottom. Okay. You don't need to boost your Facebook business page posts. I'm not going to talk about tax during this video. I'm sorry. I hire a CPA. I'll just tell you that because that's not my specialty. I want to spend 100% of my time doing what I'm good at. I can get online and sell a bunch of jewelry while somebody else is cleaning my house. Okay? That's the thought you have to be. Get really good at what you love to do. And then you can get that extra money and pay somebody else to do the stuff you're not good at. Mystery hostess, I would double check, but here's how I used to do it. And I would double check with compliance. But this was pretty fun. I would ring a bell. And so every time 10 pieces got sold, the 11th piece I would ring a bell, and whoever claimed it, they'd get it for free. It was really, really fun. But I am not 100% sure that's in compliance. I haven't done it for several months. So I would double check. I'm pretty sure it's okay, but double check before you do it. Ooh, not very hot there. I mean, not very cold, which is nice. Okay. On your personal page where you post personal experiences, there's no need to do it a lot. That's what I was getting at. So I only post on my personal Facebook about something real like 2 or 3 times a month, and my business is flourishing because I don't want to spend my time doing that. So, but if you do decide to post a lot on your personal Facebook to get more friends and stuff, try to only do it once a day max. Okay. Let me see if are there more questions I missed? Let me check here. You charge shipping on a piece that was won. I personally do not charge shipping on winning pieces, but I could give away twice as much if I did. So that's really your own choice. It is allowed. You can decide.